Welcome, welcome. I'm Dee, and this is the Unguided Life where I am taking it one day at a time, bring guys along for the journey to hold me accountable as I budget my way through life. So, we need to check in on our budget. Week 1 has come and gone. I am I would say a day late doing this check-in. I had something to do on Thursday, which I usually do my check-ins because my weeks goes from Friday to Thursday. And then time got away from me today, so we're actually making this a little bit later than I would like because it's past the cutoff for the credit card. But when I say credit card, cutoff for the credit card payment, so it won't post until Monday. Or, yeah. So week 1 of my March budget went from February 25th to March 3rd. So this is the March monthly budget overview sheet. This has my monthly goals, my income, the expenses I'm expected to pay out in the due dates and the amounts, as well as my discretionary income. Before we proceed, we're going to pick our daily quote from our Yogi Tea of the week, and it said, "A peaceful mind is a strong mind." That is so true. I have reconciled with a friend because it was bothering me that I didn't clear the air, and because I did clear the air, we were able to reconnect. So yes, so now my mind is at peace, and I'm able to be more vocal about how I feel about certain things. So that's a plus. And so let's get into this. Now I did pull out this, but this is the big velocity, but it's like a 1.6, and I really don't like that one. But looks like I have no other choice. I have no other choice but to use this. Okay. So I know rent has cleared the account. Student loans was not due, so that cleared. And student loans E. So all of that has been cleared thus far. Yeah. So then this is the income breakdown number 1. This is where when my money came in, I told it what to do. So this kind of is my guide for the week, for the next 2 weeks. So I know exactly what I was expected to pay for the 2 weeks, as well as what of my discretionary income went to sinking funds in the envelope system. So we're just going to set this to the side as well. And then this is the spending record for my envelope system. And we're going to highlight the first week. Let's highlight it this color. So it's kind of like a shade of green. So this is all what happened in the first week. So we're just going to highlight it so we know that it is accounted for, and we can just put that back. Oh no, we don't put it back, because if we put it back, we forget. So I usually just take it out and put it in another section. So before, I'm going to move this out to the side, and we're going to slide this here. So we should be able to see both of these items in the frame, hopefully. And so let's talk about it. So when it came to expenses, and where am I going to put this? Because I do have this tape on it. Maybe let me take this tape off. We know the tape is to keep it from rocking, so it may not rock since I have it on here. We will see. So we have for our expenses was $1,324. Of the $1,324, we have $112 was for the credit card. Stars was 10. Internet was 45. Student loans was 74. And the rent was $800. $160 went towards giving. Oh, $30 went, well, automatic giving, and $30 went to the extra given. And so that's how much has cleared the account thus far. And we use a whole different pen for that. We use this big pen, and for our actuals, we actually put it in red. So $1,231. Then for food, we had our home chef at $33.59. We had went to Target for $20.81. Then we went to Walgreens for $3. And we went to, that's a restaurant. I know that's, but I don't know what AC means. Sometimes I make these abbreviations. I don't know what it is. Where did I go? I don't know what that is, y'all. It's a restaurant. But it was $66 and 22 cents. Where did I go? I don't know. It'll come to me in a second. But when it came to gas, I spent $39.01. For a household, I spent $14.53 at Target and then $14.91 at Lowe's. We had to go get the flappers. It was time. So that was $29.44. And lastly, we had personal. I went to go get my hair cut. I picked up some personal items from Target. I signed up for Sirius XM, but it was the app, and I really don't like it. So, but I had to pay the $1. So that's what it is. Then I did go back to Target, and I went into a clothing store to pick up a t-shirt. I needed a black t-shirt. So that's $85.68. All right, so let's see exactly what we have in each category, and I choose the color of green. So that's $13.24 minus $12.31. That's $93 remaining. Then we have for food $150 minus $66.62. Oh, I'm like, that's wrong. $66.22. That leaves $83.78. And we can see that's there. Then we have $135.39 minus $39.01. So that's $96.38. Then we have 30 minus $29.44, and that's 56 cents. And lastly, we have our personal 100 minus $85.68, and so that leaves me with $14.32. Before I move on, I just need to make sure that $93 is remaining. So I have gym membership at $25, Netflix at $15, life insurance at $38, and the miscellaneous at $15. Okay, so we're good to go with that. So we know that all the numbers match, and we just take these numbers and we carry over in the budgeted week, and we use black to do that. And so for expenses, $93. For food, it's $83.78. For gas, it's $96.38. For the household, it's 56 cents. And then for personal, it's $14.32. So that's what we'll be working with in week 2, which goes from March 4th to March 10th. I don't know. That's a restaurant. AC. I don't know what that is. So for the unbudgeted, we didn't make any changes there. And so we don't have to indicate that. For me, myself, and I didn't spend anything. So that's 0. For the sand lot, I didn't spend anything, so that's 0. And then for Savannah, I didn't spend anything, so that's 0 as well. So that is good with our sinking funds, the ones that I monitor. Now we're into our expense tracker. This is for our credit card. So we can move all this out the way. Slide this here. Give us some room. Put my little tape back to keep it from rocking. And we'll use this ink pen when it's time. So first we need to highlight, because I used to highlight the amount for my credit card. And what I usually do in regards to my credit card is I pay the expenses weekly. So when it's time to get the monthly bill, the only thing on there are unbudgeted transactions. So it just makes it easier for me. So it looks like, looking at the categories, we have envelope system and bills. So bills is pink, envelope system is purple. And so we just need those two. So let's highlight the envelope system. So that tells us that we didn't do any unbudgeted spending this week. And I'm happy about that, because it's a struggle out there to do a lot of unbudgeted, but I was able to hone it in and no unbudgeted spending. And then the bills account. So this just simply is, these are items that are automatically deducted or charged to my card, but they are my monthly bills. So I have an account, and as you can see, money that I move from that one area to the next. And so this is expense tracking totals, and this is just a way for me to keep up with where I'm spending my money. So we know we have zero in unbudgeted, nothing in sinking funds, and we have no fees. Then for bills, we have bills that's a total of $962 and $45.11. So that's $54.73. Maybe let's do that, 73 cents. And then the envelope system, we have 54, 35, 34, 17, 11, and 14.91. So that's $121.36. So what I do with that is, today's date is the 4th. And we're going to make a payment from the bills account of $54.73. And I did it again. And it's going to be from bills account. And I know it sounds weird by me saying bills account like it is the bills, but maybe I'll call it monthly bills. So that makes a lot of sense. And it's not, I don't think it's a man I'm getting this money from. And we're going to put payment here. And of course, there's no points for that. And then the next payment and the last payment we're going to make, I just don't like this pen. This is just too thick. I got to find my other pen. Is $121.36. And this comes from Discover, because that's where I house my envelope system and sinking funds, and that's a payment. So what we want to do, based on, we want to make sure that we're bringing the balance back down to the previous balance before I made the charges, because that's the March payment for the credit card. So $304.19 minus $54.73. So that's $249.46 minus $121.36 is $128.10. Let's put that there. So we're good to go with that. So this was easy peasy. I like when it's easy peasy, not that much into it, but to do it. And we're just gonna go ahead and highlight, and that's it. This is how I check in on my budget each week to make sure I'm staying within my budget, and I'm identifying habits that I need to curb so I don't go over budget. Okay, so I was just rambling here, so I thought this was a perfect time to insert this little note before I closed out the video and say what I was talking about next week. So the transaction that I couldn't remember was a local restaurant. I got fried rice and sushi on Monday because I was running late for my Bible study. So that's what that was. I don't know why it was taking me so long to figure that out. But let's go ahead and close out this video. So let's talk about monthly goals. I set 3. The first one was to file taxes, and I did receive everything I needed to file taxes. I have chosen a software and I have compiled everything and put it into that software. I just haven't pressed go because I owe and I'm not in a rush to pay. Two is I did call my internet provider. They didn't have a particular promo to put me on to keep me at my current rate. They did offer $10 less. I jumped the gun and called the other provider that I was with and set up service, but now I am regretting that. So I'm having buyer's remorse because I really didn't crunch the numbers. So is it worth me interrupting possibly my work week by switching providers just to save cents versus dollars? We need to visit that. Lastly, put additional 250 towards my car loan. I can tell you that I have at least 500 from income breakdown number 1 to go towards that. So we're in good shape with that. So the goals for March are looking good, y'all. So in the meantime, in between time, peace.